Hello students and viewers, this is SP here with your online class. Welcome back to class. How are you? Hope you are fine. I am also fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Dear students, in our last class we started to learn how to change a speech. We have already learned how to change in assertive, interrogative, optative, imperative. Dear students, now we are going to learn how to change a direct speech into indirect in exclamatory sentence. Rule 1. According to the meaning of reported speech, the reporting verb will change into the following way. If the exclamatory sentence have hurrah, wow, ha, aha, it will change into exclaimed with joy. If the exclamatory sentence have alas, oh, ah, it will change into exclaimed with sorrow or grief. If the exclamatory sentence have what, how, God, oh, it will change into exclaimed with surprise. If the exclamatory sentence have sorry, it will change into exclaim with regret. If the exclamatory sentence have well done, here, bravo, it will change into exclaimed with applause or applauded saying. If the exclamatory sentence have pooh, nonsense, it will change into exclaimed with contempt. If the feeling is not identified, then it will change into exclaimed with. If the exclamatory sentence have by God, by Allah, it will change into swore by Allah or God. Number 2. Inverted comma will be replaced by the conjunction that. Number 3. Exclamatory sentence will turn into assertive. Number 4. How or what plus a oblique n plus adjective. It will change into a oblique n plus very plus adjective. How or what plus a or an plus noun. It will change into a or n plus great plus noun. Number 5. If the exclamatory sentence have no subject and verb, it will change into it was. Dear students, now look at the examples. Number 1. They said, hooray, we have won the match. Look at the sentence. It starts with the word hooray and it is a feeling of joy. That's why we change our reporting verb into exclaimed with joy, and by removing inverted comma we add that conjunction before the reported speech and change the tense accordingly. Now look at our indirect speech. They exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. Number 2. He said, alas, I am undone. Look at the sentence. It starts with the word alas and it is a feeling of sorrow. That's why we change our reporting verb into exclaimed with sorrow, and by removing inverted comma we use that conjunction before the reported speech and change the tense accordingly. Now look at our indirect speech. He exclaimed with sorrow that he was undone. Number 3. Salma said, what a nice bird it is. Look at the sentence. It expresses a surprise. That's why we change our reporting verb into exclaimed with surprise, and by removing inverted comma we use that conjunction before the reported speech and change the tense accordingly. Now look at our indirect speech. Salma exclaimed with surprise that it was a very nice bird. Number 4. They cried out, "Bravo! It's a capital hit." Look at the sentence. It starts with the word bravo and it is a feeling of praise and joy. That's why we change our reporting verb into exclaimed with applause. And by removing inverted comma, we use that conjunction before the reported speech and change the tense accordingly. Now look at our indirect speech. They exclaimed with applause that it was a capital hit. Number 5. We said to each other, "How happy we are here." Look at the sentence. There is no clear indication of feeling. That's why we change our reporting verb into exclaimed. And by removing inverted comma, we use that conjunction before the reported speech and we change the tense accordingly. And here is change into there. Now look at our indirect speech. We exclaim that we were very happy there. Number 6. The teacher said to the student, "Bravo! You have secured first grade in the examination." Look at the sentence. It starts with the word bravo and it is a feeling of joy. And the direct speech have the object. Now look at our indirect speech. The teacher applauded the student saying that he had secured first grade in the examination. As the speech have the object, that's why we use saying after the object and we add the that conjunction before the reported speech and change the tense accordingly. Number 7. He said, "What an opportunity." No feeling is identified there. That's why we change the reporting verb into exclaim and there is no subject and verb. That's why we use it was. Now look at our indirect speech. He exclaimed that it was a great opportunity. Number 8. The old man said, "By Allah, it is a good news." Look at the sentence. It starts with the word by Allah. That's why we change our reporting verb into sure by Allah and by removing inverted comma we use that conjunction before the reported speech and change the tense accordingly. Now look at our indirect speech. The old man swore by Allah that it was a very good news. Number 9. Pooh, said the principal to Rohim, "You have again failed in the examination." Look at the direct speech. It starts with the word pooh. It is a feeling of contempt. And the subject principal is after the word pooh. Now look at our indirect speech. We bring the subject, the principal, at the beginning of sentence and change the reporting verb into exclaimed with contempt. And by removing inverted comma, we use that conjunction before the reported speech. And the reported speech have no mention of Rohim. That's why we change the U into Rohim. Now look at our indirect speech. The principal exclaimed with contempt that Rohim had again failed in the examination. Number 10. She said, "Sorry, I spoiled your plan." It is a feeling of regret. That's why we change our reporting verb into exclaimed with regret and by removing inverted comma, we use that conjunction before the reported speech and change the tense accordingly. Now, look at our indirect speech. She exclaimed with regret that she had spoiled my plan. Number 11. He told me liar. Here, told means call. That's why we change our reporting verb into call. Now, look at our indirect speech. He called me liar. Number 12. He said to me, congratulations. Now, look at our indirect speech. Here we change the reporting verb into congratulated. Now, look at our indirect speech. He congratulated me. Dear students, now I am going to give you some sentences as your homework. Please write it down. Number 1. She said, how helpless I am. Number 2. Rafiq said, what a fool I am. Number 3. My mother said to me, alas, I could not save you. Number 4. Habib said, what a pity. Number 5. Bravo, you have done well, said the teacher. Dear viewers, this brings me to the end of the lesson. That's all for today. Now I hope you have a clear idea how to change a speech. I will be back with my next class. Take care till then and keep practicing. Stay at home, remain safe and maintain the rules of health. Dear viewers, if you like the video, please like it. And if you don't subscribe my channel, please subscribe it now. And share the class with your friends. Goodbye.